is Chris Johnson to introduce all my hey brothers and sisters of the OUT family. Let's do this!
This is Karina Lance. Hey.
Robert Tantulo here. Hey.
Cynthia Brown. Hey.
Jerry Gonzalez. Hey.
Dawn McIntyre. Hey.
This is Gina Leva. Hey.
This is Kevin Rutledge. Hey.
Mr. Tuick. Hey.
This is David Switzer. Hey.
Lorel Wolcombe. Hey.
Pam Turner. Hey. Hey. Diane Lennon. Hey.
Hey, it's coming on Passive. It's coming. That negative YouTube channel has got more founders on it than I do on my own YouTube channel. And it breaks my heart. Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Marty, there's a few people on your channel you might want to get rid of. I got rid of a few on mine. First of all,
have a name? No.
Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on, and her debate was screaming at Ash and another Queen of Karma, probably the same person, asking about why don't we answer the question about commissions. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them all morning long. Yeah.
I know.
It's not the answer you want, but
yeah, I'm not even worried about that. Remember that.
Karma's a bitch. Queen of Karma.
Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you're all having a fabulous, amazing, wonderful day. I had to take a couple of days off of streaming so that I could let my voice get better I hope that my sound is okay. Albs is here and it just scam it. And good to see you, Chelsea. And hello, Nani. Good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. And Kig says, scammy, baby, one more time. I had to sing it, you know. And SEC Agent Dawson says, Chris needs to be stopped. I agree. I agree. And Jelly Snack is here with her new picture, and it looks so good. Hey, hey, hey. Hi, pig hands. Yeah, them and their pig hand wavings. And we have, of course, people coming in to say, I love OnPassive. I love OnPassive. Hello, Victoria. Good to see you. And Nani says, I love lawsuits against scammers. So do I. I also love lawsuits against scammers, though. You know, I don't just love lawsuits. Just, you know, against scammers. That's always a good thing. Against cults, you know, things that deserve to be sued. So I have a few things that I just kind of want to touch on before we get into the irony of Chris Johnson. And one of them is about a live stream that went down this past week that really made my community go, what are we watching? What are we watching right now? What is this? Why is this happening? What is going on? What kind of fever dream am I in? There was a stream, and Marty's been streaming from his hospital bed. Marty is in the hospital for the 4th time, you know, because he went home 3 times, and then the 4th time he's been in since. And that's been going on since Easter, actually. He's been in and out of the hospital. So he's been in the hospital for quite a while now. And they did a live stream with Marty and his son and Julie there. And it was very, very awkward and very, very strange. Yes, I did blur it. Jelly Snacks like the blur. I did blur it because I have a thing about this. Now, my issue with this is I find it very exploitative. I find it extremely emotionally manipulating to the audience. I find it like Marty needs to keep some dignity. All right, please get some dignity, Marty. Please. So just a little pride, you know, just a little bit. It was just, my issue with it is that I find it exploitative, so I'm not going to show it. I already said I wasn't going to show the picture of him when Jean went to go visit him. I just don't think it's something that should be on here. I don't know why Marty can't stream without being on camera. And no, I'm not saying, oh yeah, people that are sick and disabled should never be seen and blah, 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 blah. This is to promote a culty pyramid scheme. It's not selling a product right now, and no one can be recruited into it. It's at a standstill. It won't hurt for Marty to take this time off. It's not like if Marty isn't on camera right now promoting this, they're going to lose out on sales or they're going to lose out on recruitment. They don't lose out on any, like there's no point to it. So to me, it's just to be manipulative and to add to that weird thing in hustle culture where they're like, even when I'm on vacation with my family, I can still stream. Like, even when I'm in the hospital bed, I can still work my business. It's like, no, like, don't do that. Stop that. So I wanted to bring that up, but I don't want to show Marty in his hospital gown. I hope that I won't have to react to those in the future. I hope he stops showing up. But his son did come on, and the poor kid, they kept telling him he looked exactly like Marty. I just kept thinking, this poor child. But yeah, you know, that happened. If you do want to go watch it, because you're like, oh yeah, okay, Queen, whatever, say whatever you want. I'm sure they blurred it too, or whatever. It is called The Three Stooges Live, which made me laugh. because we used to refer to Marty and Chris and Red Redfern as the Three Stooges, ironically. And then it's like, they're like, yeah, we're the Three Stooges. So you can go watch it if you want to go and see Marty in a hospital gown doing a live stream. I just don't think that we need this on our platform. I don't think we need OnPassive on our platform at all. But, that we could do without. Let Marty fucking rest at the hospital. He shouldn't be feeling obligated to do anything. If OnPassive actually is all about time freedom, right, and financial freedom, and all of this stuff, then, prove it. Prove it by showing that you can take a month off in the hospital to get better. Being Human says OnPassive now gone to history. Pretty much. Future of the internet, worldwide OnPassive. Thank you, my dear Queen of Karma. Mm-hmm. Hi, sir. Hello, sir. I always feel like Charlie Brown when people do that. It's like Peppermint Patty. Queen, I kind of just figured Marty tries to get online every day simply to keep everyone engaged. And that's the thing. In reality, yeah, it won't affect anything, but in his mind, he probably thinks without a daily presence, people will move on. And that is what it is, partially too, right? But it's like, they'll be okay. All right? If they haven't moved on in 7 years of waiting, why are you so scared? Especially since they claim that everything is on the up and up. Right? Like, you're either confident in this thing or you're not. Pick one. Can't be both at the same time. So just in case we have some new people, welcome. Welcome to the Sayers of Nay. You might be wondering, what is OnPassive? What the hell is this thing you're rambling on about every day? OnPassive is a fake AI tech company that promised people automated income from a suite of never-launched products. For years, it sold access to a so-called founder position for $97, claiming that once the products launched, the company would automatically do the work for you and bring you riches on autopilot. Remember targeted traffic? Spoiler, nothing ever worked. The owner and CEO is a man named Ash Mufareh, and he is worshipped as though he is a god. They call him Lord of the Internet. This is not ironic. They really believe he will save humanity with his products. Marty's addiction to the pitch. He can't not be online every day, right? And it's showing. And we don't need him to show us that. Well, he's also showing us him in a hospital gown, moving all around and stuff. Like the stream. Yes, like the stream. Hey, hey, hey. OnPassive used multi-level marketing, MLM-style recruitment, while claiming they weren't an MLM, all while taking in millions of dollars. The U.S. SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, has now sued OnPassive for $108 million, alleging fraud and securities violations, confirming what critics have said all along. This was a scam. I've covered this extensively on my channel, and you can also visit hunbot.net for more information as well. OnPassive is a scam, and we believe it to not only be a commercial cult, but a cult of personality surrounding Mr. Ash Mufareh, pictured here. Why is it a scam? Well, there's no real products. After years of hype, when I say years, I mean this thing started in 2018. June of 2018. The first live streams really announcing it were in July of 2018. False promises of hands-free income. They said that they would have targeted traffic. But then they still told people they had to recruit their friends and family, of course, like they always do. And there was an MLM-style recruitment structure with no real customers. Not one. They've never had a customer. Even when they had a product that was for sale for a couple weeks, that's the longest they've ever gone for. It was only sold to the people that were already in OnPassive, which are called O founders. That's what they call their distributors. It was not ever sold to the public. They sell hope, not technology. They say they're going to save all of humanity. Again, Ash Mufara is some kind of god that was sent here by God to save the world with his technology. The SEC lawsuit alleges securities fraud, and I kind of go, if the SEC says that they're committing fraud, I'm not going to question them. Victims of this scam include the elderly, disabled, and financially vulnerable people, areas. They have really preyed on South Africa, India. It's pretty disgusting. Who's Chris Johnson? Who's this weird dude here with the hat that we're talking about today? That has a whole song dedicated to him that I played at the start of this. Chris Johnson is allowed, some might argue the loudest. Yes, and PNG, Papua New Guinea, which really upsets people because $97 US there is 3 months worth of wages. Minimum. So, people put a lot into this, right? Hello, sweet God. Good to see you. So Chris Johnson is a loud, loyal promoter of OnPassive, one of the company's most vocal cheerleaders. He's known for his over-the-top live streams, motivational rants, and playing the nice guy face of the scam. While he doesn't run OnPassive, he acts like a mouthpiece for Ash Mufara, the founder, pushing positivity and defending the scheme at all costs. He also claims to be very close to Ash. Hi, Violet. Good to see you. He'll be like, me and Ash, we text every single day. Ash calls me every night at 11 p.m. We're really super close. Usually, Chris Johnson streams daily about OnPassive with Marty DeGarmo, another top leader, the guy who was in the hospital bed. But due to Marty being in the hospital 4 times this past month, Chris has been streaming alone, and it hasn't been great. I don't know what happened. There was a time at the start of this thing where he streamed alone all the time and seemed to do quite well of it. He knew what to do. He could hold the crowd, have a conversation. Now it seems like he's completely lost without Marty DeGarmo. In the following live stream that I'm going to show you, we have about 26 minutes to get through. You're going to see a lot of manipulation. When we're done, we will talk about the manipulation. I don't want to tell you what manipulation he is using before we watch it. I want you to watch it, have your own opinions on it, and then we can discuss it. I want to put the ideas in your head. But this live stream is from Sunday. Was that the 18th, I believe? Yes, Sunday the 18th. So it was on the same day that they had their Heroes, which is a webinar they do every Sunday, where they basically talk about how they're going to save the whole world because of Ash Mufara, and then they just praise him the whole time. And it's quite interesting, this one. Chris Johnson is a pro at weaponizing his incompetence. Right now, yeah, it seems to be that way. In this live stream, Chris comes on and he discusses misinformation, which he claims is mainly the fault of the Indian O founders. And he discusses how people are joining scams, and then the scams aren't launching, and they're getting upset, and he's using it to kind of say, see, you shouldn't be joining those scams because you're already in something that's doing all this for you. It's incredibly manipulative, and it's a scammer in a scam warning people about scams. So the irony is quite beautiful. Let's just get right into it.
All right, let's get into this. So I want to clarify. Number one, day four. How you doing? I'm going to be honest. I had a little trouble on day 3 because some of the things I've been saying on here have been turned into a different wording. And I let people know, please watch what I'm saying. And here's what they said. And I want the...
Now, I did, of course, cut out all of his prayers. What you need to know is that Chris Johnson does a prayer group, basically, for everyone in OnPassive. And for the first 5 minutes of this live stream was just him saying, pray for this person, they're going through this. Pray for this person, they're going through that. And he does that every single day. And then he got into this.
Indian YouTubers, to help share this out in your language. I do appreciate what you guys do so we can clarify things. When I said the 7-day challenge, this is what I got back. Chris Johnson said, in 7 days, we're going to do KYC and we're going to get commissions. I have never said that. I see me on posters saying it. So that's not true. That's something that I want the Indian YouTubers to put out. That never happened. Mike Ellis did an excellent video yesterday. He talked about pay and he talked about in the future. And again, people turned it around. Oh, in 7 days, we're going to get this. Listen, pay attention. Go watch the videos yourself. They're put in Hindi, many of them right now. They're sharing a lot of ours out in Hindi, the Hindi language. Watch them. Don't make a post that says something that we didn't really say. And that was where I had to struggle. All right. So I spent an hour on the phone telling people, no, that's not true. That's not what I said. And it's almost annoying sometimes because we keep saying it, but people keep saying the wrong things. I'm not sure why.
See, the thing is that everyone in this thing is so desperate for this to get started. Ash and the top OUT founders have teased that allegedly the SEC case is disappearing right now and settled. Okay? So they're about to start everything up again with OnPassive, but it's not going to really be OnPassive. It's going to be something else. You know, it's all very, very confusing. And Ash has gone back and forth on it a bunch of times. And due to this confusion, nobody really knows what's going on. So when Chris comes out here and he announces in English to several people that don't speak English as a first language that he's doing a 7-day challenge and that he knows all this great stuff going on behind the scenes that Ash is doing with the tech team and stuff, they think in their minds, oh, okay, we must be ready to go in 7 days. It's why maybe while this is in a standstill, you should not be streaming every single day, just kind of talking or doing like 7-day challenges. Because what's happening at the end of the 7 days? Like, what's the reward? What does it lead up to? If you don't give them like a prize at the end, which you didn't really, you're just like, we're going to do a 7-day challenge where we're just going to like get ready over the next 7 days. Like, that's what I mean. It's like, for what? So in their minds, they fill in the blanks and they go, oh, it must be happening then. You know, any day now, right?
I always say every day I'm on at 9. Every day Red's on at 1, myself or Marty. And we talk to each other to stay on the same page constantly. And we just don't understand how they got this out of that.
I don't believe Chris when he says this. So many times they've all been on different pages. And it's driven me insane where I've been like, why is this person saying this? And then this person's contradicting it. And then this other person's contradicting you both. Like, you guys are never on the same page. That's part of the problem here. It's like, why? Okay, you're doing this 7-day challenge, and then Mike does videos about the KYC. So, and then you're like, I don't understand why they think those things are connected. And then you come out here and you go, we're all on the same page. And you're talking to people who don't have English as a first language. So they're reading your closed captioning or they're listening to what other Indian O founders said. And quite frankly, the ones that you promote are the ones spreading the misinformation. Like Zaffer, Gersminder. I've seen Gersminder spreading so much misinformation about this thing started. And you guys say all the time, yeah, Gersminder, go listen to him. Mr. Joffrey, go listen to him. He's another one that's teased the start of this thing 30 times in the last year and told people, oh, KYC is going to be ready tomorrow. And then like comes the next day and goes, oh, actually, guys, guess we got to wait. And then you promote it. And then you turn around and go, oh, well, people are spreading misinformation. And Chris, I don't think that Chris watches the translations that they do of his videos and like really make sure. Because there's videos he's promoted in the past that have been spreading this misinformation.
So be careful with that. Don't listen to anyone's post. Watch our lives, and we're going to tell you the absolute truth, what's going on. If you notice, Mike Ellis, I thought was a great video. Was talking about in the future.
But here's the thing, you say, don't listen to people's posts. But then you'll say, but go listen to Mike Ellis. You'll say, oh, well, Julie's someone you can listen to. Like at this point, you really do have to write out a list of the people that they're supposed to be listening to and then tell them not to listen to anyone else, I guess, which is culty as hell. Imagine being handed a list of people that you're supposed to listen to. But it's like, who are the trusted people that are telling the truth here? Because they say all the time, oh, Marty and Chris are the only ones that talk to Ash, so only listen to them. Oh, but then, Red's okay. Oh, and by the way, and so's Mike Ellis, by the way. Oh, and Julie, you can listen to her. Oh, and I guess you can watch Roblin live. Oh, Heroes, don't forget about Heroes, which has like 5 other people that are hosting it, right? And then you're like, oh, and the OTech pros. And they often also spread misinformation. They keep talking about a tech team that doesn't exist. So it's like, what do you mean?
Well, he didn't say now. He didn't say 7 days. He said that Ash Mufara might be coming out in a couple weeks. We don't know. I don't know when Ash Mufara.
Chris, what do you mean he said Ash Mufara might be coming out in a couple weeks? And then you don't know why people are saying something will happen in a week or two. What do you mean? Like, how do you not understand how people have misconstrued it and how it's because the people at the top and what they say? Like you.
Farah is going to speak next, but I'm going to tell you this. There's nothing going on with KYC. Hear me out. There's nothing going on with commissions owed. We're going to wait for Ash Mufara to tell us what's going on with that.
But that's the thing. Ash Mufara actually told everyone, if you remember, that the SEC was going to get them their commissions. And then he told them all that they were about to settle. So it should be in like a couple weeks for that. And now you're here going, nothing is going on with the commissions. Oh, but listen to everything Ash says. Oh, but just ignore that part about the commissions, I guess. Do you not understand how that's a confusing message? How you give people two contradictory things, right? And then you're like, those are the things you have to believe. And then you're like, I don't know why they're confused. It's stupid. Stop it.
We did discuss it prior in the last couple of weeks on the last webinar that there's things they got to go through. And he'll explain more as we go along. Is phase 2 or whatever you want to call it coming? Yeah, it's going to come. We don't know when. We don't give timelines. And
I thought it wasn't going to be phase 2 of OnPassive. That was literally a sentence out of Ash's mouth. So now am I supposed to ignore that he said that the next phase wasn't going to be on passive anything and it wouldn't be phase 2 of on passive, and listen to you now when you say that what's coming is phase 2 of on passive? Like, I'm confused.
I'm going to give you a perfect example. I noticed this on Facebook. Other people got into another company, a lot of founders. And someone said, oh, it's going to launch yesterday. And guess what? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I keep trying to tell people, please save your money. It was like $143 to get into it. But our own founders, again, even though they've been told a million times, be careful, they still jumped into it. Now they're mad, they're upset. And I would explain to you this. This is one thing why a reason Ashmafar never gives timelines.
Ashmafar doesn't give timelines because he can't meet a deadline to save his soul, right? And because this thing's never going to launch. Also, the irony here of being in a company that has lied about its launch date 50 times in 7 years to people and upset people along the way, lost people along the way. Some of them are in my chat. And then you have the audacity to be like, I told those people that those other companies would launch. A lot of the companies that the people in On Passive have been joining, I've been covering. They're companies like Vibe, Day Alps, the Save Club one. You know, like things that are kind of just starting up. So it's funny that these people would join something like that, be in it for a month or two, have it not launch, and get upset, all while sitting in a company that hasn't launched for 7 years. Next month is the 7th-year anniversary. Then we're going on to year 8. And then Chris is sitting here going, I told you guys. Like, the irony is almost too much.
For that reason alone, he doesn't want to speak until he's got something solid, which I love. I think that's a great thing. He's not promising you the world. He's telling you, let me take care.
No, he's just promising to save all of humanity.
Your future, basically, but let me get things done the right way. I know about these companies because people send them to me. I even know who's in these companies. I'm like, wow, this person, I'm blown away by that. Why would you fall for that? Because some guy.
That's what we say about this company. We're like, holy crap, Ashmafar, the guy that's been trying to repackage the same scam for the past 25 years. Why would you fall for that?
Got on the internet, said it's going to launch. You got to tell everyone. And next thing you know, you got 100,000 people throwing $143 at someone, and it doesn't happen. I think what it is, my opinion, I read the forum out of it. They want to do, they do KYC right up front. Okay, now this is not talking about our company. Don't get it mixed up.
Alp says, I think the real problem is Ash doesn't tell the truth ever, but he's really stupid, and that makes him a terrible liar. So he's never going to give a straight story, so no one knows what's happening. Exactly. And like, even when he is telling us what's happening, he acts like there's like still secrets. that he always has to be teasing something. Like, it's like, oh, but I'm not telling you the whole thing. There's still more to it that I'll tell you later, right? Because it's almost like he's horrified that if he doesn't do that and keep people in constant suspense, then they'll be like, fuck this, and leave. Which maybe that's true to some extent, right? It's part of the leading them on. They also think, well, I don't want to leave before I know the whole story of everything that's gone on here. Like, what if I leave and then the story ends up like making a lot of sense? And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I would have stayed in it if I knew. Right?
What it is they gather all your data. And I don't know if you realize how much money
Do they?
data is worth. We've talked about that for a long time. All right. You do their KYC, you give them all your data, your social security, everything. Right? And then guess what's happened? They resell all that.
Really, Chris is jealous because the other companies aren't being sued for fraud by the SEC, so they can get a KYC. OnPassive has had warnings from the Bank of UAE. OnPassive has been banned out of Bhutan. Literally out of the whole place. Okay? They're banned. And then, of course, the US SEC case. So they can't get a KYC. All right. The companies that do a KYC, you have to get through like a security clearance. And when they go and they look into OnPassive's credit, what pops up is an SEC case, the fact that they're banned, and the fact that the bank in the UAE froze a bunch of their accounts, and the Dubai police are investigating them for money laundering. No KYC, no company that does a KYC, not one, in their right fucking mind would agree to do the know your customer for this company. A lot of these other companies that are just starting up, unfortunately, although several of us are speaking out about them, they're not being sued yet. They don't have the agencies going, hey, this is a scam. So they're able to get through the security clearance to get the KYC. Now, am I saying that they do not steal your data and sell it? No. Do I think a lot of these companies, that's one of their main gigs? Yeah. Did I also think that about OnPassive for a very long time at the start of this and of me covering it? I definitely did. And if you go back and you watch old videos of mine from like 3 years ago of me covering this, you will hear me say over and over and over again that I don't know how Ash is paying for things unless he's selling people's data. Because I don't know. And I still am kind of the belief that some of that might be part of the issue here. I can't say that they're not doing that. Their website has also had like cookies, and they don't give a warning. It's against the law to not tell the public when they go to your website that you use cookies. If you use cookies, they didn't do that. They had malware and awful security on all of their OESs, their OnPassive ecosystems, the back office of their MLM, and where all their products were, and where everyone was supposed to put their banking information and stuff. They've been hacked. Even before I was covering them, their systems had gotten hacked several times. So, like, has it ever been a secure place? No. Is there a possibility your data is getting sold here? Just as much as the other places that Chris is talking about. So once again, Chris is saying this, and it's like, yeah, but you too.
So please, I'm asking you, don't fall for this. There is no get-rich scheme on the internet. There's a company that we are a part of that's going to take care of you in the future once it gets going. We're not giving dates. Ash Mafar certainly isn't giving dates. He did let us know that he's busy the next few weeks, and if he gets on, he'll try to get on, but sometimes he just can't. And I want everyone to respect that. Let me jump back to the chat. I forgot again. Tandra's saying hi to everybody. We just have to be patient. And I mean, I said yesterday, you got to push your patience. So let's go to day 4 today. What is coming your way that maybe someone is going to throw some yuck at you? And how are you going to handle it? And like I said, the best way is to walk away from it. I think that's one thing I've learned from Ash Mafar, myself, and Marty, and Red, and Julie. Listen, if something, and Susie's favorite thing is don't mess with a caca.
Right? Like Chris's whole thing is, they don't exist. OnPassive started off as technically a get-rich-quick scheme. When it first started, it was a marketing platform that would give you targeted traffic. and make you lots of money and get you lots of recruits to your business. So the whole point was money, 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 money. Just after all their issues with launching, or lack of launching, I should say, not being able to launch, and all their tech issues trying to get out products and whatnot, then they switched to, oh, we're actually here to save humanity. Don't pay attention to the tech and how it sucks. That's not what we're about. How sad that there are people, founders, who really believe someone they have never met is going to look after them and their families. Exactly. Right? Like, he really does not care. I mean, he pocketed that $108 million. It's gone. In the litigation, the SEC says he spent it on karate classes for his kid, groceries, crypto, salon and spa. Like, they listed. They were like part of the problem was that none of the money had gone back into the business, and all of it just went into his wife's bank account and then was spent on their personal. That was part of the issue. If he had like put it in her account, but then like a large portion of it had gone back into the business, it might not have been such an issue. It would have still been questionable, but they wouldn't have had such an issue with it. It was like, no, you really did just steal $108 million from these people. And then like just spend it all on you, huh? Only God can stop OnPassive. That's right. Who knew that God was the SEC all along? I mean, and who knew we would solve that?
That's how she always says it. And there's so much truth to that. If you pay attention where the caca is in the toilet, that's where you're going to end up. So I sit there and try to tell people every single day. Ash is giving us warnings. He said if it's something good, hi Shirley. He said if it's something good, well, he'd back you on it. But he hasn't seen nothing out there that's good. It's all promises of this. Give us some money. MLM mentality. I want to be clear about this. This company that we're in, the new direction, even the old direction, was never MLM. Even though some people will say that, it's not.
The thing is that you don't really get to decide that, because if you use an MLM business structure and you're recruiting and paying commissions like an MLM, and it has at least 3 levels, then by definition, it's an MLM. And that's how you're running it. So unless you plan on doing some kind of direct sales thing, or you're just doing an affiliate link now, which then I would love to see you save all of humanity like that. That would be interesting. I want to see how they twist that one, you know? Like, unless you change your whole business model, like you did the 3x10 matrix thing and everything. Like, what do you mean it was never MLM? Maybe you could get away with saying, like, in future, we're not going to be MLM. And I would be like, well, I mean, we don't know what they're doing in future. They don't even know. I swear Ash doesn't even know what they're doing. Like, so that might be fair. But you can't be like, we never were. That's just a straight up lie. Like, we literally have shown you guys promoting it as an MLM. And we've shown, like, my first OnPassive video was me going over your 3x10 matrix structure. So it's like, sorry, that's MLM, whether you want it to be or not. Like, you can say it's not all you want, but it is. You know, like, if it walks like a duck, exactly. Like, what do you mean? Every time a scammer gets scammed on, an angel gets its wings. You can't gaslight us. We're used to that one.
It's a real brick-and-mortar company that we all own.
What does that mean?
If you choose to go in...
If it's a brick-and-mortar company, doesn't that mean, like, you have a storefront then? Be like Herbalife? Like, what do you mean?
the new direction, strategic direction that Ash is going, that's wonderful. If not, he says bye-bye. And I want you to hear that. You have a choice. No one's forcing you. No one's ever forced you to do anything like this. He's not sucking money out of your pocket every week like a lot of these people are doing right now. And just stay the course. He is working so hard right now. I know some things.
Right, and the funny thing is, the only real building they have right now is Ash's home office and then a P.O. box that he uses. Because he doesn't want to give his personal address out on the internet. That's it.
I won't say him because I wait for Ash Mafar to say him. But I'm going to tell you, as Chris Johnson, this guy's working around the clock.
How do you know?
Literally beating himself to death to make sure that everything is perfect for us. We have no idea what he's done. I have a small idea, and I'm excited about it. If I come on here every day at 9 o'clock, myself, Marty, Red, and we're letting you know, stay the course. You can leave if you want to, but I wouldn't. I see some people got angry because this other company didn't launch yesterday. Oh, I'm done with this. I'm done with that. Listen, you could be done with all those, but stay right where you're at, right here. This is the place to be. It always has been. Bumps and burns and fire and arrows and bullets shot at us. It takes a personal strength to do what we do every day. That's the truth.
Honestly, it's like if you're in another company and it tells you, for example, you joined Vibe. Vibe started in December. Not of 2018, of 2024, by the way. And have we covered them and how they've had a few failed launches? 100%. Have we laughed at it? Yeah, it's kind of been this is what I do now, apparently. I find all the ones that don't launch properly, and we talk about them. But it's like, if you're going to be mad now because you were in that one for 6 months and it didn't launch, just kind of think about how you've been in this one for 7 years. And it hasn't launched. So if you're mad at another company right now for not launching, because it was around for a few months, and most of the ones that you guys have been joining have only been around for like a few months. Most of them have not been around as long as OnPassive. Right? How are you not realizing you should probably be more mad at this asshole? That company led you on for 6 months. This one's led you on for over 6 years. You know, it's like, hello. You just want to like yell through the screen. Wake up, what do you mean? He's just sucked $108 million out of you. Keep telling us your delusions, dude, right? The contradictions are crazy. It's complete cognitive dissonance here. Like it's craziness. Hello, Rajesh. Chris, wear your glasses so I can see if you believe your lies. I don't know why he doesn't wear his glasses. He always looks like he's struggling to see at all times. It's like, just put them on. These morons have no idea what brick-and-mortar means. By their definition, every company is brick-and-mortar because there's a real person somewhere working for it, right? Why go to a new company to get scammed? Well, we can scam you perfectly. Well, here in OnPassive. They're also too stupid to know the difference between marketing and recruiting. True. But then again, they're too dumb to realize that Ash can't get a working email client in 7 years. So I don't have much hope. Right. Save Club just had its second pay run, and it's not due to launch until next month. Right. Right, it's new. And it's like, all these ones that they're joining, have not been around for anywhere near as long as this one. So, hello. Good evening. And one day I'll remember to include all my words. It's okay, Jared. Most founders do not understand what it takes to run a business, nor do they understand much about IT. It's easy to deceive them by using fancy words and empty promises, right? And sometimes you catch them doing that. I've had people that actually do work in IT in my chat, and they'll be like watching the OTech pros with me, and they'll be like, this person has no clue what they're talking about. They're straight up just using like buzzwords that they've heard in sentences to try to sound like they know about tech, but this isn't how this works. And it's like, it's angering. Save Club is a much more efficient scam. Apparently, right?
Now, Ashpafar's personal strength is beyond all of us. I know
Beyond.
part of this, when I'm doing, I'm not afraid. I know someone's going to say something bad to me every single day. And that's okay.
I'm not afraid to run a scam. Hey, everybody, come take my hand. We'll walk this journey together.
Because in my heart, I know what I believe. I know what God has put in my life. And I believe, honestly, it's this company. And he tells me every day, get up, get people excited, fire them up. We're going to change things.
He tells me every day, get people fired up. We're going to change things. So are you guys being told to stream every day by Ash? You know, like, and like, I need to know because there's such a big obligation that you and Marty seem to feel. And I'm trying to figure out if you have that obligation because Ash calling you and being in contact with you is kind of pushing you to feel like you have to do this every day. Or if you're putting that on yourselves to impress him because he's on that weird pedestal that you've put him on. I haven't really been able to figure that out yet. And they had tech issues this week, too. Lord. Chris has a stupid brain and a stupid heart. Every time a scammer scams, God gives a new angel its wings.
All right. Well, the religions have been trying to change people for good for years. Okay. But they never really had any help. I believe this company is
the religionisms. Is that what he said?
Going to help every person, every religion, every color, every size, every shape. So you just got to be careful what you do or say. Ash Bafar did say is that I have to be very careful what I say on here because he said it because some people twist it. They say things like I went from a 7-day don't be negative challenge, put God in your life to, oh, look at KYC commissions. No one.
Yeah, to put God in your life via OnPassive. It's what we're doing with our time right now.
Said anything about that. That's all there.
This isn't a cult.
That'll come in the future, and we're going to wait for Ash Bafar to get out and talk about it. And I'm going to remind you again, he says, I don't want to just come on to talk. I want to be able to give you value and information. Hey, Kevin Rutledge, how you doing? I missed that one. When your heart knows, Gene, it's right. When your heart knows, it knows. Johnny Barilla, what's happening?
I'm sorry, but I wouldn't follow Jean if she was the last person on earth. And she was like, you really have to follow me to the promised land. I'd be like, I'm good. You go on ahead.
Well, what did Bill Must say? What did Bill Must say? I got to find Bill here. This is hard to read and talk at the same time.
Do KYC loop every time. Every time. Right? If you're not used to the know your customer, yeah, that might happen.
And someone put in with Bill Fudd. It's gone.
He has to love the praise. Otherwise, like Victoria said, like, why doesn't he tell them to take a break for a few days?
But that's another one. John White, Bill Must.
They're putting out videos in English and Hindi every day
with misinformation that I've been pointing out for the last couple of weeks, especially since they've returned. It's been ridiculous. They keep talking about this tech team that Ash even told you all he doesn't have. So see, this is another case where you're promoting people that are spreading the misinformation. So then people are like, okay, well, then who am I supposed to believe? And what am I supposed to believe? And you're like, it doesn't matter. Just believe in Ash. And it's annoying. What OnPassive is going to help religions help people be better as they have failed heretofore? I mean, what? I don't know. It's like, good luck, Chris.
Explaining what's going on. It's great stuff. That's the stuff you should be concentrating on. If you go watch a video, let's say of mine or Red's, and you hear exactly what they say or what we say, and then someone puts something totally different, let that person know. My favorite thing I like to say is, I didn't say that. I don't know why you posted it. We always say check your OES for pop-ups. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm almost 100% sure when something's going to happen in the back office for a pop-up. And I let everyone know this. It's a clear fact. That's happened in the last couple of months. Chris, I'm going to put some, all right, let me put it out so everyone pays attention to it.
Yep, it's true. I even tell you, you don't have to check your OES at all. Because if something's posted in there, Chris Johnson's going to write a Facebook post about it immediately. So, like, they tell people, check it every hour. Go into your back office every hour in case Ash wrote a message for you to read. Because that's not culty. Our leader is going to converse with us in the back office. Check every hour. Hourly. Just to ensure you never miss it. Like, okay. But no, you don't have to do that. You can never check it. And just, I don't know, once a month maybe check Chris's Facebook. OnPassive is like Tinkerbell. You have to believe or she's going to die, right? I mean, yeah. You say nonsense, then you say nonsense. I don't see the problem here. You say nonsense, then they say nonsense. I don't see the problem here. Sorry, right? One last was something posted. There's been like 2, maybe 3 this year. Basically, only when Ash has done his corporate webinars. That's the only time they post now. Just to let us know Ash is going to be on at this time, on this day. So yeah, that's it. But they act like there's going to be like some secret told back there. And you might miss it if you don't check it constantly. Hello, little Miss Lulu.
And that's what I do. But people saying, oh, there's going to be a new, eventually there's going to be a new pop-up. Eventually we're going to take off in this new direction.
Eventually. Just keep checking it every hour. Eventually something will be in there. You know, I'm psychic because I'll tell you something's going to be in the back office. And then a month later, something's posted in the back office. Yeah. I know. I like that Red starts each of his webinars off with an OES update. There's never anything new, but Red at least pretends like it was a possibility.
Direction. You could follow or you don't have to. If you're that fed up with everything, I would say stay where you're at and just go do something different. I try to do that all the time. What is Kevin Rutledge saying? I'm on fire, Chris. God is good. Absolutely, he's good. Jean did talk about her visit with Marty the other day, which was really exciting. I think it's fun, and he had a lot of fun with it. But remember, if you, I really hope you don't. I don't want him to be bum rushed, but remember, just be healthy. And if you do, wear a mask. His system isn't 100% yet. We don't want to get him sicker. I don't even know how to explain that, but he is tired.
Do you think that because Gene went to go visit him, now everyone's going to want to go visit Marty? I think everyone is taking a flight right now to go see Marty in the hospital to the point that you have to announce not to bug him in the hospital or to wear a mask when you go so you don't make him more sick. Really, though?
I know that he is losing water. I know he's having issues with his blood pressure now. It's kind of like his kidneys
Shit.
are fighting his heart. His heart's fighting his kidneys, and then he's got to deal with blood pressure, all kind of things. So, like I said, he's not out of the woods. He does have a long recovery, and he knows this. He's accepted.
Pete says bum rush. You might need that KYC lube for that.
It, which is good. What is this? Abal Patel, India, thank you very much for the super sticker. And I do try to come on here pumped up every day. I know myself, I have extremely busy week for everything that I got to get done. I do keep my phone in the house when I'm working in the yard because it gets nasty, dirty with all the dirt are there.
You know what? That's actually true. Now that you just brought that up, no one did. And wasn't Ash like in the area?
What is this? What is Judy saying? Chris, how can you stay where you're at and go do something different at the same time? When I say do something different, Miss Judy, it means go work on your yard, go cut your grass, go to your job. Simple stuff like that.
Oh, go to your job. Oh, go to your job. Interesting you bring that up. Going to your job. What if you don't have a job anymore because of this?
And you know what? I actually have a guy that actually wrote me yesterday and said, well, I left my job because I was thinking OnPassive was going to be launched by now. Nobody told you to quit your job. Please don't do that. All right? This isn't, hey, we launch your rich. We all know this, guys. And I'm probably talking to people who know this. If you don't believe right now, because you have maybe some doubts, close your eyes. Actually, go quit your job. Go quit your job because that job, I don't know how you have any beliefs. It might pay you every week because you go and do 40, 50 hours a week. But you have nothing else to fall back on but 30 years of service. And it's a long time. OnPassive is going to give you that plus. You just got to wait a little bit. And you know what? I actually have a guy that actually wrote me yesterday and said, well, I left my job because I was thinking OnPassive was going to be launched by now. Nobody told you to quit your job. Actually, go 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 quit your job.
You mean that job?
I think Diane Lennon's got a birthday coming up tomorrow. I've seen that. But I think that one of the biggest confusions we have is in India. And I'm not picking on you by any means. That's just what I get. I get people saying, this person's saying something bad. What's my rule? If they're saying something bad, just block them. Get out of it. I left the group the other day because they were saying I said something. I never said that. And next thing I know, I'm just not going to deal with that anymore. I'm going to leave the group. Nothing against other people in that group. I just don't.
Jelly says, I quit my job and joined Vibe, Save Club, Talk Fusion, Nueva, and Live Good. I should be set, right? More than set, Jelly. You will definitely be a millionaire. I can't say Talk Fusion without wanting to go talk about Pop Fusion. I don't know why.
I want to put up with reading something that I didn't say or some kind of negativity. It's very, very important. So I don't know what Ash Mafar's plans are for this week. He hasn't said anything. I know that his schedule is ramped up major. And when I say ramped up major, that means he's working for all of us. That means he's doing things that you ain't going to believe. I'm going to tell you that right now. And when it does, or when it's ready to pop, he's going to let us know. And I can promise you this. You will be very excited about it. You will be very, very excited about it. What's this one? Super sticker, another one. Anuj, thank you very much for the super sticker.
I'm still not over that, by the way. Like, I literally thought Danny was trolling me. He was like, yeah, no, their product is a video email. And I was like, wait, what? Like, no, it's not. He's like, no, actually, that's what it is. I was like, it's not just that, though, right? He's like, no, that's the big product. I was like, holy fuck, I give up on these things.
Mike Ellis did talk. What's a great video? I know you're joking, Judy. He did say, I have a V&A. He did say that he was talking about commissions in the future.
What?
Not now, not in 7 days. There's a lot of things that are involved with that.
Okay, again, though, you have to remember that Ash said to them, the SEC is going to get you back your commissions. He then implied, because the last time he came live was right before we thought that the SEC and Ash were going to announce either a settlement or whatever, right? On the 5th of May, right? That had been 2 months since Ash handed in his settlement and they asked for the stay. But then they ended up moving it to July 7th. So now it's moved to July 7th and they have until then to decide. But the last time Ash came out, he heavily implied that the SEC case was going to be over. And that part of that was that they were going to get back the commissions. And he even brought that up like the one before too, that the SEC had $40 million, according to him, in commissions from Dubai, which the SEC in the USA has nothing to do with the Dubai police in Dubai investigating and freezing all those accounts with the UAE bank. The SEC also does not have the power to go to Dubai and say, give us those funds, even though they're now involved as evidence in your criminal investigation. And I brought up at the time that that was not something that I should be telling people, because that of what I just said and the fact that it was probably still in the investigation. Like, they're still investigating this. So no matter what had happened with the SEC on the 5th, it had nothing to do with that. Right? Then Ash was like, oh, and this is about to end, meaning on the 5th. So people have thought that since the 5th, this SEC thing was allegedly gone, to the point that I have them asking me, Chris. I have them showing up on my Facebook writing me messages going, I'm being told that the SEC case is over. What is happening? And then me having to explain to them, no, it's still in a stay until the 7th. It's not over. And then they go, okay, well, what about our commissions from Dubai? And like, there's that information came from Ash. Right? So now you're coming out here doing this 7-day challenge. So can you understand how in their mind, all of this means that the company's probably launching in like a week, especially since you guys were like, oh, in a week or two, Ash will be out here, right? And teased that. And that they're supposed to be getting their commissions right now. They know they can't get their commissions without a KYC. So do you see how all these things are connected to them? And how they would, with the information they've been given about this, not just from Indian O founders, from you guys, Mike Ellis, and Ash. And if you can't take a moment and take a step back and look at all that information and be like, shit, now I understand what's gone on here, which for some reason I'm very good at doing this. I don't know why. You have to understand how this information came about. And honestly, if you guys and Ash don't have the ability to do that, you shouldn't be running a community that is dependent on you ensuring that there isn't misinformation like that. Because you don't know how to communicate. And you don't know how to ensure and stop the spread of misinformation, ensure that people know what to believe. You're not transparent. You lie to everyone. Like, it's a mess. But you really do have to take a step back and just for a second think about that, instead of just going, all these fucking Indian O founders and their stupid misinformation. I can't help but wonder, Chris, if that's a little bit of racism in you. I can't help it. Because, like, when I hear that they're spreading misinformation, my first thought isn't, oh, yeah, that's because they're Indian. My first thought is, of course they are. Listen to the fucking mess that Ash left them with in English recently. I wouldn't know what the fuck to tell people either if I were them. And then I go back and try to figure out, okay, what is going on here? Like I am with you right now. Like how I'm doing this right now. And I'm going, okay, you see how all of these things could maybe make somebody think this? You know? Like, they're not pulling it out of thin air. It's not Indian O founders just randomly being like, I'm going to make up something about OnPassive. Is there maybe one or two that might be doing that? Oh, whatever. I'm sure you can find one if you go look. But for the most part, it's them trying to make sense out of all these like little pieces of information and stupid Easter eggs that you keep dropping everywhere and trying to connect them together with the hope that this is about to start for them. Because you really made it sound like this was it this time. I don't know how many more times you guys are going to be able to pump people up to get ready for a launch and then have it not happen. Like, we're going to run out. I hope. Please tell me that this can't go on forever. Like, it doesn't really take a rocket scientist to listen to the information that you guys are all putting out here. Hear the alleged information that you're blaming on the Indian O founders and go, I know exactly why they think this. Of course they think these things. Because of the shit you guys are putting out there. The problem isn't them, Chris. All right? Just like in most MLMs, the problem is not the distributors. The problem is the MLM itself. And the people at the top of it. Lord. I've done criminal investigations for another U.S. federal agency, and Ash Mufara is one of the worst types of defendants to talk to. They literally believe their own bullshit. Exactly. That's the thing. Like, he actually is a narcissist that is like, yes, God has sent me and given me power over all of you in this OnPassive group so that I can save humanity, you know? Follow the trail of the turds they drop. And that's kind of what they're left to do. And with everything that they're being told, it's like, yeah, you are making it sound like this is about to launch.
Legally, that has to be gone through. All right. Ash didn't say I'm not going to pay anyone. Ash wants to pay everyone. But there are legal issues that he has to go through to make sure all that happens. There's no time limit on it. There's no timeline on it. Not in 7 days.
Also, like, for some reason, some of them think he's got products, right? Because people keep saying, oh, the tech team working hard on the products. Also, you know, there were 50 of them done in 2020.
Not in 6 days, not in 2 weeks. We have to wait till Ash Mufara comes out and speaks the truth to us to let us know. And he's the only one that I get the truth from. I see people talking about the SEC again. Again, he asked us, please don't talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it until it's final. Not sure why people don't want to listen, but I can't control what people do.
But again, he came out here, announced a bunch of stuff about it, claimed that it was about to be settled, and then they'd all get their money for their commissions, and now he's like, I don't want to talk about it. It's like he doesn't have that right.
John, what did you say? I miss you saying hello to just say hello to me. I'm saying hi to you, John Morella. I want to thank you for all the help you give me. I do appreciate it. What is Norelli saying? I believe I can fly. I believe I can all fly. You just have to believe. That's the truth. If you really believe in something and you put your whole heart into it, your blood, your sweat,
I
your tears. It's going to
believe.
happen. Does it happen overnight? No, it never happens overnight. There might be a few people in this world that something happened overnight, and it was probably because they hit a big lottery.
Yeah, but it surely should happen within 7 years. If a company's like, listen, we got 50 products ready to go. We just gotta, get a KYC and then we gotta launch. You should not still be waiting for it to launch 7 years later. Darrell believes R. Kelly. Yeah. R. Kelly is their new god. Which I would just keep that one to yourselves. Don't flex that either.
Which I think everyone says, oh, I can't wait to win that one. Michael Champion. Thanks again, Chris. I wish a very nice week for all of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Someone saying, hi, Chris. How you doing? But as far as what Ash Mafar is doing, I'm going to tell you again. I said it yesterday. I don't worry about what Ash Mafar is doing because I know he's doing. I'm not worried about the future because I know my future is clear. Do you know that? Do you understand that? That he's working for all of our futures, his tech teams, and they are the best. You would not believe what they could do in a couple of weeks, what some people took 6 months to a year to do. These guys and gals are amazing. Are we ever going to know them? I hope not. I don't want to know them. I will say thank you to them the rest of my life, but I don't need to know them. I really don't. Deborah Long, how you doing?
I'm gonna have an aneurysm. What the fuck are you talking about? Singing so that I don't snap the fuck out. What do you mean? What do you mean? There is no tech team. I am the only one. Ash Mufara. 2025. Chris. Oh, they're amazing people.
Hey, Deborah Long, I'm not sure if you know. I think you were hacked because I get the same message every day. So you might want to change your password. What's Judy J saying? How's the weather? Oh, the backyard.
Yeah, John, stop sending him the same message every day. You've convinced him you've been hacked. Chris's future is clear because he's made enough money in his real job. Others aren't so lucky. And that's the thing. And Chris kind of pretends like his lifestyle is like because of Ash Mufara. It's like, no, it's not. I know, Violet, I'm about to lose it. I love how the tech teams are working so hard on zero products and zero source code. There is no tech team. Ash has even been like, there is no tech team. And this is what I mean. Like, Ash comes out here and says, there's no tech team right now. I'm the only employee. It's just me, and I'm dealing with the lawyers. We're trying to put this stuff to rest with OnPassive before we do other things. And then Chris just comes on here like this. And then he's like, oh, but guys, don't spread misinformation. That's really weird because for the last 5 years, they had the best of the best. But these guys are the better of the best, apparently. I guess since they don't exist, they can be the best you want them to be. You know, when they don't exist, they can be the best of the most awesomest best. I mean, you can claim you've hired the best. You've hired Bill Gates himself to fucking work on it. All right? Like, Mark Zuckerberg is there. Steve Jobs, risen. Like, why not? The crazy thing, he's told them the truth. OnPassive has failed. The money's gone, and there's no tech team. But they don't believe him, right? It's like they didn't hear it. And they just keep going on like, oh, they're the best people ever. They're great. I haven't met them. No, Chris, probably not.
I'm still doing stuff in it, but it's on standby. Tomorrow's when I'm supposed to get my stuff and I can start laying out the mulch. That's going to be the big job for me. But right now I'm cleaning things up and getting rid of leaves. We had a couple bad days of wind. It just knocked us right out of the park here. Totally destroyed my yard. But I did get a lot done yesterday. Vivine, what's the Vivine saying? I keep my peace by blocking feeds that I don't like seeing. News feeds full of drama can hide. Yeah, I wish I could say that. Vivine, I get a lot of them every single day. And that's okay because it actually keeps me informed of what people are saying. I think one thing that I love doing is actually get in there and correct some people not to be mean or bossy or, hey, I know this. I'm just trying to say is that's not really the truth. We don't want to put out the truth. Ash should say we have to be very careful what we say because anything can blow up on us. Some of the stuff we say. Speedy coverage from Marty. Absolutely.
Okay, so when are you going to start being careful, Chris? Like, when? When? Founders fool themselves believing what they want to hear. Unfortunately, it seems to be the case.
Qua, what's happening? Gatan Berman, how you doing? We love you, Tanya Enter. Where's Tanya? Thank you, Chris, for the update daily. We appreciate it. I appreciate you, Tanya.
So technically, the founders don't even believe what Ash says, even when he says it directly to them. That's the conclusion I'm coming to, Victoria. But it's like he literally sat there, looked at the camera, and was like, I am the only one. Right now, there is no tech team. And they were like, the tech team is amazing. I haven't met them yet, but they're the best. They're the best of the best of the best. You know, correct people. Please correct me, Chris. Yeah. You just block Joe when he asks you questions.
My blood. There's Mergus. We're all hoping for a great week ahead and hope for a meeting, if possible, with our CEO. Absolutely. We don't know that. I promise you that when we do know it, we'll say something, but I just know that from the last 2 weeks, he's been nonstop moving, phone calls, Zooms. And how do I know that? He lets me know. Chris, sorry I took so long to get back to you. I'm extremely busy. You keep being busy there, Mr. A.
That doesn't mean he's busy with OnPassive. Could just be busy with his family for a little bit. Like, does he say to you, I was just in a Zoom meeting with the tech team? Or do you just like decide that? Because he's like, oh, sorry, I didn't get back to you. I was busy. And then you're like, oh, must be busy with the business.
Ash. Yeah, we do pray for Marty all the time. I did play pool with him for a couple minutes last night. He called me. I don't bother him unless he calls me. I really want him to get his rest.
Oh, what a good friend you are.
I know. I talked to Dawn here and there. I haven't talked to Dawn in a couple of days, trying to give her a break. I ask everyone to do the same thing. Just leave him alone and, let him rest. He has a lot of.
And this was, a few days before they decided to put Marty on camera in his hospital bed. Good job letting him rest, Chris. Real great work.
Work ahead of him, and it's going to be tough. He knows it's going to be tough. He's up for the challenge. Kevin, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford, absolutely. My old boss. Let me see what else is going on here. Red is coming on today at 1:00 for Monday Fun Day with Jane. Make sure you wish his dad a happy birthday when you're on there. I know Red's watching. And like I said, when I talked to Red or Marty.
Are they going to praise his dad like they do Ash Mufara's mom on Mother's Day? Because that's really creepy. I'm sorry. Like, if I went to celebrate Mother's Day and then everyone in my community started writing me comments that were like, Queen, thank God for your mother for birthing you. She is such an angel for having you so that you can be here streaming for us about OnPassive. I would be like, hey, you need to get blocked and then
in the mornings before we actually go on, because we really do want to stay on the same page. Thank you, James. I appreciate it. It's the most important thing we could do right now is to stay on the same page. That's why I kind of talk to people, hopefully in different languages, saying we have to stay on the same page. If Red and I, Marty, Mike, if we all said something different, I think you'd all be really confused. You agree to that?
That's what's going on.
It's
very good.
It's one of those things that it's a must.
You were like so close, Chris, so close
to do. Ash just said this. We have to stay on the same page. Listen to what I'm saying. That's what he says. Now we try to get out there, and I think we do a pretty good job of being transparent, exact, explaining, because sometimes he says things and people aren't sure about it. Like I said, he said he's going to try to be on every week, but when his schedule gets busy, he's busy. But know that he's working for you. That's the absolute truth. Thank you, Tapas. I like that name, by the way. Elena Day, how you doing? Kartik, Saren. Hi. But India, we got to stop putting out the wrong information. I know that not everyone watches our lives, but I do know that like Ravi, Nagma, Bismo Productions, all these individuals share it out in Hindi. All of us. And I love that they do that because it puts out the right message. But for some reason, there's people. Hi, Sherry Dursaway. How you doing?
Okay, so if you believe that the message being put out to Indian oat founders is your messages translated to them, where do you think the misinformation's coming from?
I'm fine. Thanks.
See, every time I say Sherry, Siri comes up. Sherry, stop doing that. Holding the fort. No, guys, I tell you what, thank you. I appreciate that. It's something that we have to keep doing. Marty DeGarmo would say, you better go live or I'm going to be mad at you. You got to keep it going, Chris. Yeah.
Really? He says you have to go live or else I'm going to be mad at you? We need to keep our headsets up, Chris.
I'm down right now. I will be back. Remember what he said a couple weeks ago? Don't you worry. When I come back, Chris won't be doing as much talking. And that about killed me. I loved it. And I'm like, please, God, get him back here. My voice is just gone. You all do such an amazing job of keeping everyone engaged and correct.
Right. Violet says what they really need is OConnect with the instant translate function. Right. Blame Ash. It's all his fault. You know, if he had released that product when it was done in 2020, we wouldn't be experiencing any of these issues.
Informed. Thank you, Gene. So do you. So do all of you. Heroes, let's see. By the way, Heroes webinar was awesome today. If you haven't caught up with the recording, almost every one of us, excuse me, are in the right headspace. We just continue praying for all our unwell family members. It was very good. I'm sorry I can't be on there.
We're all in the right headspace, praying for all of our unwell family members. It just sounds so weird.
The weekends, my weekends are kind of like Ash. I'm spent right now trying to get some stuff done, but I'll get back there. Don't you worry. And I think Collins called me, and then Collins, hold on, someone's calling me from Maryland. It was Oliver, and they're asking me, I can't been on there today. Well, could you give us an update on Marty? I said, Gina Leva will give you an update on Marty. She just saw him, and you guys shine like crazy. You don't necessarily need me on there. I'll ask me any question. I'll give you as much information as I can, but just keep people excited.
Yeah, but they don't get the views.
What they do. The OTech boys, heroes, ladies and gentlemen, they do a great job. So keep that up.
The thing is, like, there is no technology out on Passive right now, so it's like, what are the OTech pros talking about? Maybe if they, instead of doing these OTech Pro webinars, helped Ash by working on a product, you guys could actually get somewhere.
What else? I like going off some of your questions.
Since they're
if you guys got any questions, I can try to answer. Doc, and people keep talking smack. Hold on, where are you at, Doc? I want to get that one. This thing is moving so fast. I slowed it down, and it's still not good enough. And I lost what you said. Something about it. People keep talking smack. You have a cough and cold. I've had a cough for 6 months. Working in and out, hot, cold, the weather changing, back and forth, swimming in 55 degrees. Yeah, I'm going to have a little cough, but I'm good. I'm strong as an ox.
Are you?
I can't walk as good as an ox, but I'm strong as an ox.
Okay.
People saying thank you, prayers. I really think, and Vivina said
like,
something important.
Who's going to go live if you and Marty are in the hospital? Then who's going live every day on the channel? Then do we get red?
I think without prayers, we wouldn't be anywhere. I really believe that. It's an honor for me every day to pray for people, morning, noon, and night. I think about, the DeGarmos, the Chloes, all the people fighting cancer. I don't want that for anyone. And if I got a prayer extra, there he is. If I got a prayer extra every day, I'm going to do it to help them out. If people keep talking smack, I have a feeling they will BS their way out of the company. Yeah, that's a good possibility, David. I can't answer for that, but it's a pretty good possibility. Myra Aquino, go have a productive way focusing on what matters to you. I hope it's good stuff. Prayers for Ash and family. Gene, you are awesome. Thanks, Chris. Very good. I agree. Gene is awesome. Chris, you're not alone. I have chronic cough for 18 years. Oh, my goodness. Don't say that, Judy. I don't want to cough for 18 years, but I do sleep pretty good. A couple weeks ago, I was having a hard time sleeping because I was coughing so much, but I'm pretty good now. I take my vitamins. Okay. Big.
Are they from Live Good? Just wondering.
Big announcement right there. We stand with Ash Mafara. That's what we want to keep saying. Why do we stand for him? Because he's working for us. He's doing good for us. He's
he?
doing good for the world, humanity. I believe
Is
in all the
he?
things that he said is going to change a lot of people's lives through all of us. Through all of us. What's Vivian? Yeah, Gina Leva is an angel. She got the big hug. She said, he gave me a big hug. It felt like getting hugged by the world, and that was for all of you. I really like that she said that. Very good. Norelli's saying hello to Marciana. And don't forget Norelli, too. Norelli, share your way.
Norelli? Norel. But okay.
Does a show on Wednesdays early in the morning. Go check it out. She says a lot of great stuff. She's inspirational. Keep up the great job, Norelli.
Yeah, Norelli. Norelli. Oh, Chris. It's embarrassing when you're like, I love Norelli, and you say her name wrong. Like, Norel isn't even a weird name. I don't understand.
What's Michael saying? Ask create a company with heart that will help many people in need. This company will be second to none. It's the new amazing reality. Yeah, I like that. It's the new amazing reality. Very good, Michael. I think it's Michael Champagne. It's the truth. I mean, something unique, something different, something that is out for the good, not just for you, even though it's for all of us, but out for the good of humanity, helping people. I can't wait. Listen, that's the most exciting part for me is how many people I help a lot of people out now, but what I can really do with that. So you're welcome, Norelli. Yep, their shows are awesome. Her shows are awesome. They are. All right. It's about 9:30. I'm rambling on. I want to let you know, please share it out in Hindi. Please don't post the wrong stuff out. It gives me so much more work. And
okay, but you just said wrong stuff in this, like about the tech team and stuff. So
I'm not blaming any certain country, but a lot of it does come from India.
I'm not blaming any country. All right, listen, I'm not blaming any certain country. All right? Alrighty? I'm not blaming any certain country. But it's all coming from India. All right? All of it from India. But I'm not blaming a country. Victoria says, Ash said that's how the Indians pronounce Narelle. Now all of a sudden Chris calls her that all the time. Well, Narelle is from Australia. Not India. So, yeah. She's not Indian. So her name is Narelle. She has said it. So that's weird. I was confused because I was like, I know Chris knows that and has called her Narelle in the past. So thank you, because I must have missed that somewhere. Because I was like, why are we calling her Norelli now? That's bizarre. We know her name.
Probably because people are being misinformed. I don't want you to be misinformed. I want you to be understanding. I want to clarify anything I see wrong. And that's what we do. Red will even touch on this a little bit today, that we just got to stop posting things because someone posted it and you think it's true. You got me recorded every day. Red recorded every day. Marty recorded every day when he's with me, saying the same thing. So please do not push out the wrong stuff. All right. I got to get going.
The thing is, Chris, your eyes aren't everywhere. So, like, for all you know, like, you told them to go watch the next OTech Pros. You don't watch every OTech Pro. So you don't know what they're saying on there and if they are saying information, but you promote it and you tell them to go there and listen to them. Right? And it's like, so then if they do say something, then you turn around and you go, oh, well, why are you guys spreading misinformation? And they're sitting there thinking, well, I'm just repeating what the people on the stream said that you told me to watch, sir. Like, what do you mean? It's like, you don't get that. It's so frustrating. I can't imagine being somebody that's in this thing that's just constantly getting misinformation because nobody's on the same page, despite what Chris says here. And you're just trying to make sense out of it because you've signed up a bunch of your friends and family and they keep asking you why the hell this thing isn't launching yet and what's going on. It must be so angering to just constantly have them going, well, it's your fault that you don't understand, even though we're telling you the most confusing information of your life.
God bless you all. Today is Monday Fun Day with Red at 1 o'clock. I'm not sure. Listen,
this was on Monday, I guess.
You got the Andy Show, Marcianne, Comfort
Contour.
Tour.
Sunday.
All these shows are going. I just don't know what times they are.
Are you guys doing Heroes on Monday now? Heroes was usually on Sunday.
Because I've been really wrapped with a million other things. Ash Bafar wants to say thank you for all the prayers. Marty DeGarmo, Julian Chloe, and everyone on the list want to say thank you for all the prayers. Keep them coming. Prayers do work. Put God first. Day four. What are you going to do? What are you going to do if someone cuts you off? All right, what are you going to say if someone says you're a nut job for doing this? I love when they tell me that. I'm the craziest nut job I know, because I know that my future is clear, my future is set, along with millions of people. I'm going to say billions of people. As this grows, we all grow. As Ash Bafar becomes more successful, we all become more successful. Don't ever forget that. Start your day with God every day. Your life will be.
Did you all become more successful when he pocketed the $108 million? Because if that's how that works, then what happened?
Better. Even I had a crazy morning this morning, but I stayed positive about it. That's what keeps me going. I can't come on here as a grumpy old fart. Just ain't going to happen. I got to come out here happy. Even when I'm trying to.
This wasn't you, Grumpy?
Clarification on some things people are saying. I have to stay happy in my heart. In order to come across to you as this guy's excited, he's fired up. You don't need coffee in the morning. Listen to Chris Johnson. I want to fire you up. I want you to understand that your future is going to be clear. Right? Directions we're going. Woo! Look out, world. Here we come. I love every one of you. God bless. Thank you for coming on, liking and subscribing. I do appreciate it. Marty appreciates it. And anyone else that's doing a live, or please subscribe to their YouTube channels. They're good stuff. The reference news time. Yes, 1 o'clock. He'll be on at 1 o'clock. That's his summer hours. So summer hours. You're killing me, Red. I love every one of you. God bless. Go do something productive today. Keep your mind busy. Don't worry about what Ash is doing, because he is doing. I got to go. I love every one of you. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Because he's doing. Well, you heard it here. Watch out, world. They're coming. It's coming. It's coming. They keep saying that. It still has yet to arrive. So now let's just take a moment to discuss some of the manipulation that was just happening there. There's a lot of, I'm just trying to help people. Okay? Chris likes to frame himself as a selfless protector, which builds trust and silences criticism. There is love bombing. He's constantly saying, like, I love you guys, you're all my family. And they use other emotional manipulation to bond with viewers, like, having Marty stream from his hospital bed, a very vulnerable moment, things like that. He used a lot of deflection here. There was a lot of, we're not like other scams, while avoiding direct questions about the failed launches or lawsuits. Even when he brings it up, like he's like, we're not talking about this. We're just not going to give any information on the SEC anymore, until Ash says something. And he said he wasn't going to, so enough about that. Does a lot of fear-mongering about other scams, ironically. By pointing fingers at fake crypto or phishing scams, which he kind of brought up, he distracts from OnPassive's own fraud. Even that's a little bit of, look over there, not at us. A lot of fake optimism. Sorry, some might call this toxic positivity even. Big things are coming. The best is yet to come. The amazing tech team. We're going to change your life. Ash is doing all this for you. It's all great stuff. And there's no evidence of any progress. In fact, quite the opposite. They don't have a website. The OES has no products, right? So it's very much the opposite. You know? Aaliyah, why don't you leave me alone? I don't come into your space. You come into my space. You know, I just sit over here talking. You know, if you don't want help out of a cult, then ignore it. So there's just a lot of that. He does a lot of guilt tripping. You know, anyone who has questions, who questions the project lacks faith, is impatient, you're negative. You know, all those people just spreading stuff about us, right? Which, of course, brings us to us versus them language. Like, don't listen to the haters. You know, and that, of course, keeps the group isolated and unified. Right? It's them against the world. Them against the world. They're going to save the world even if the world doesn't want to be saved, you know? Like they go on and on and on about how we're apparently trying to save them when they don't want to be saved. But they were the first ones that came out here and said, listen, we have this man named Ash Mufara, and he's going to save all of humanity. And you're going to join us whether you want to or not in future. And I'm just saying, hold up. I got some questions about this. You know, before you go taking over the whole world, I think we should visit some things. Have a little bit of a discussion, you know? Victoria says 100% toxic positivity all the time. All the time. So there's a lot of the us versus them language, mentality, guilt tripping. A lot of testimonies over evidence. Repeating stories of people getting results or feeling good. And in this case, it's a lot of also like prayers that were answered. Like when Marty came home from the hospital, they were like, see, all your prayers are working. Marty's home. They're working. And they do all of this instead of showing proof of income or working technology. Instead of just trying to convince us that you have a guy that has the best technology in the world, why don't you show us the technology? Oh, wait, you can't. It doesn't exist. And it barely has in 7 years, you know? There's excessive patriotism or spiritual talk. There's been both. They throw in a lot of religion, talk a lot about God, and a lot about saving the world, you know, saving all of humanity. To hijack values and deflect from the lack of results. There's also a little bit of like minimization with it, right? Like, guys, it doesn't matter that we've been here for 7 years with nothing to sell. And we haven't been able to recruit since June of 2022. You got to look at the bigger picture, guys. We're here to save the fucking world, man. Okay, man? We're here to save the world. Doesn't matter that we've been waiting for 7 years and nothing's happening, man. And, you know, we're all going broke, just sitting here waiting, quit our jobs because Chris Johnson told us to in 2023. Now we're about to lose our house and shit. And it doesn't matter if we all end up homeless with nothing 7 years from now either, man. Because Ash Mufara is going to save the whole world, man. He's going to save humanity. That's huge. That's massive, man. That's massive. It's far more massive and it's so much bigger than us waiting for 7 years, you know? It'll really pay off. Sounds crazier when I say it like that. No? No? They like to blame their delays on external forces. It's never, ever Ash's fault. It's the government, the haters, or big tech that have become their scapegoats for why nothing works. Why is this company not launched? Because Asmu Farah is a genius. That's why. And because he's such a genius, everyone's trying to stop him from launching it. Yeah, and they keep putting boulders on his path. It's not like, oh, he just really doesn't know how to run a fucking business and he's done everything wrong and now they're getting sued. You know, like, that's not why. Chris and Marty will start selling sovereign citizen starter kits. They might as well. It's a golden corral of manipulation. That's right. It doesn't matter that a foreign government entity and bank with questionable ties to global financing of terrorism just randomly frozen all the assets of a US-based company. Right. Right. What does that tell you? It doesn't tell me anything good, but I'm told that I'm crazy. So, remember, I'm apparently the crazy one. So, you know, I'm told that's a good thing. But yeah, there's a lot of manipulation. A lot of manipulation that is going on here. I'm sure that you guys can find more that I missed even. Those are just the main ones I was able to pull from it. Oh, Mr. Level, you're coming right at the end. And so is Baron. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. I had to go early today because I'm thinking of uploading something later. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how I feel. And also, I really do want to do a Friday this week. So hopefully we will be able to do that tomorrow evening. I will let you all know. So far, so good. You know, so far, we're good to go. But if something changes in the evening, I will let you know. So that's what's coming up. That's really all I have for you guys today. I just really wanted to go over that because I found it interesting. You know, a lot of gaslighting. Felt like that whole time I was just being gaslit. But it's just so funny that they're like, people are mad that like this scam didn't launch within a month. Well, being an OnPassive, that hasn't launched in 7 years. So, you know, that was fun. I do love it when they warn us about the scams. Because it's like, excuse me, you just hold up a mirror. But they'll never believe that they're in a scam because this thing is also a cult. And as you heard, you can only believe what the leader says here. So thank you all for coming and hanging out with me today. Make sure that you like this on your way out. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a fabulous, fabulous rest of your day. Do stay tuned to the community tab because I might have something going up later. Again, we'll see how I feel. And yeah, I'll see you all then. Like always, we're in it to win it. I love all your faces, bye!
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's a call.
Hey, hey, hey.
And I'm your friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. And it breaks my heart.
doubting or spying or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly.
Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was 3 Minute Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them over and over. It's not the answer you want, but only Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
All right, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune into crazy and talking about their experiences. My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a great night.
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own YouTube channel. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name's Ash Mufara.
Stop going there.
Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name's Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Guyana.